Can you guys hear me now? Okay, let's try that. Can you guys hear? Neeks, you say something.
Hello.
All right, are we heard? Are we reaching the people out in the universe? Maybe. Yes. Yes. Okay. Praise God. You guys. All right. So I just want you guys to know that today has been a day. So, glad you guys can hear us now. I did that whole spiel. It was cute, and it's just gone. No one heard it except me and Neeks, apparently.
But it was really cute.
Thank you. I try. So we're just gonna start that over. Try again. Take 2. All right. Hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written Melanin channel. Wherever this day may have found you, we are so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, better known as CM Lockhart, and I am here with Neeks. And if you guys don't know, she has her own booktube channel. She reads, she writes, and she is just an overall amazing person. And we are here to add some melanin to your pages, you guys. And Jesus, we have made it, okay? We have made it through the trials and tribulations, and we have arrived, okay? So just so you guys know, it is thunderstorming here, all right? I am afraid, okay? Ben knows this. It's something that I have to admit. I don't like thunderstorms, okay? They just shock me, okay? It's not a great thing, especially around trees. They kind of freak me out because I'm like, oh, is today the day that my house gets run over by a tree? I don't know, okay? So if you see me jumping, oh, what is that? It's me jumping from thunder, just so you know. And if the chat dies, please rest assured that it will not be coming back today. We're just going to have to try again next week, okay? Just fair warning. But that being said, hello, you guys. Mickey is here. Ashley, Simone is here. Hey, how you doing? Read, love, listen. Author DL White. So glad you guys could make it, even though I was not on top of things today, and I tweeted out that link real late. So glad you guys could make it. Y'all are the goats for being here.
You did what you had to do, okay?
I did.
You did.
So, I think I told you guys last week that Audra is actually on break this week. So we're here with Neeks. Neeks, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself, plug your channel and such, this is your time.
So I'm Neeks. My channel is youtube.com/Neeks. Yeah, I'm a huge lover of books and writing, and I don't remember how me and Chelsea got hooked up, but we connected, and now I think she's the most wonderful person on the planet. So I'm super honored to be here. Sometimes I'm a lurker in these Melanin chats, so it's exciting to be here. What else? Yeah, I write. Working on my first book right now.
Which I can vouch is actually really good.
You heard it here first. What else? Yeah, I'm just kind of one of those people that's a Jane of all trades and master of whatever I can master. So I've been on Handmaid's Tale. You might have saw me looking despondent in season 3.
That's awesome.
I
Like, I love how you just casually plug that. Like, yeah, it's just like on a major television show. That's cool. You might just see me there.
It was like 3 seconds. Let me not hype myself up.
I mean, like, raise your hand in the chat if you can say you were on Handmaid's Tale. Would love to know. Would love to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I like to model, I like to act, I like to write. I just like to, like, create things. That's how my brain works. So, happy to be here.
Yay, glad to have you here. And you're among good company because we're all creative. So, I'm excited for this, you guys. And honestly, I don't know how we met up either. That's kind of strange. It's like,
it just happened.
I don't know. It just kind of happened. It's just like, I don't know. When did I not know Neeks? Like, I know that I met her at some point, but also how and why.
Oh, when?
I don't know. But I did drop a link to her channel down in the comment section, you guys, or in the live chat if you're watching this in the future. So for sure check out our channel. But yeah, now that that has been said, before we get into this, slight plug, if you're here and you're hanging out with us today, go ahead and tap the like button because it's absolutely free and it doesn't hurt you. So, throwing that out there. But obviously, you guys, we have to give you the Melanin Spotlight for the week. I'm actually really excited about my pick, but since Neeks is the guest, I'm going to let her go first.
My pleasure. So, my spotlight is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Bayron. I love this book so much. I think that it's a great example of how to write queer characters in general and how to write queer Black girls. So that was that. The general summary, which I had to think on, is that our main character Sophia lives in a world where the entire kingdom functions off of this kind of dragged and altered and mutated myth of Cinderella. So this is marketed as a Cinderella retelling. I think it's a Cinderella continuation. It gets a little bit grim-dark, not too bad. I would still recommend this for your like 15 and uppers. Yeah, so the main quest here is Sophia is forced to go to this ball that the kingdom has every single year, where the ladies, the young girls, let's put it that way, are forced to marry the men in the kingdom. I write, I don't speak. Let's just get that straight. So during this, Sophia really doesn't want to go. Sophia is a lesbian, and honestly, she's in love with her best friend, and they've shared intimate moments. They've talked about this, and at every single turn, her friend is against them doing anything to preserve the love that they have for each other. So her friend's in the camp of going with the flow, let's not cause trouble, and Sophia is very much in the camp of, no, I don't want to marry a man. I'm not going to marry a man. I don't want to do this. So at the ball, Sophia ends up causing a lot of trouble. And it kind of kicks off from there. But the best part about this book is that Sophia does end up finding someone who likes her and is like her in the way that they're willing to put their lives in front of their convictions and go for it. I really love this book. I think it's great for LGBTQ plus representation. I think it's great as a feminist tale, and I love it.
Okay, dope. So I'm actually glad that you brought up that book because I had seen the cover, and I'm not gonna lie, the cover that I'm showing you guys is the American version, but I love the UK version with the blue dress. Oh my god, I just think it's gorgeous, right? But I have been wanting to read it. I never got my hands on a copy because budget, right? But but I heard really good things about it, so I am interested to pick it up, like honestly and truly. So if you're saying it's good, and Mickey and Read Love Listen are saying that, well, Mickey said that she enjoyed it, and Read Love Listen says that she wants to read it. So if you guys want it.
It's good. It's good. I'm not gonna say for a lot of people, like, it's not their favorite. But it is good, and I think that the value of it is ultimately what matters, because Kaylin Bayron, and she's releasing another book with a queer main character. I'm not sure if she's lesbian. Right? Poison Heart, yes. I'm not sure if she's lesbian. I'm not sure if she's bisexual, pansexual, but I do know that she's queer, and I am about it.
Dope. And that cover is beautiful too. Like, I don't do. Are the books connected? Like, is it a sequel or a continuation? Do you know?
No, they're separate tales.
Gotcha. I'm thinking, is it like a retelling of who was the one who ate the apple? Snow White.
I actually don't know. What I know about it is that it's about a young girl who is visiting family, and she is learning about all the poisonous plants they keep there. And I think like there's some form of love happening. So
I gotcha.
We'll find out.
Dope. I will keep an eye out for it. If I learn anything, you guys, I'll tell you. But okay, all I've seen is the covers at this point. But my pick for this week is Meet Cute Diary by Emery Lee, and this one actually released today. It is, I was going to say it's May 4th, like you guys don't know the date. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, honest to God. But it came out today, and the excerpt from the back of the book reads, Noah Ramirez thinks he's an expert on romance. He has to be for his popular blog, The Meet Cute Diary, a collection of trans happily ever afters. There's just one problem. All of the stories are fake. What started as the fantasies of a trans boy afraid to step out of the closet has grown into a beacon of hope for trans readers across the globe. When a troll exposes the blog as fiction, Noah's world unravels. The only way to save the diary is to convince everyone that the stories are true, but he doesn't have any proof. Then Drew walks into Noah's life, and the pieces fall into place. Drew is willing to fake date Noah to save the diary. But when Noah's feelings grow beyond their staged romance, he realizes that dating in real life isn't quite the same as finding love on the page. In this charming novel by Emery Lee, making up words, Noah will have to choose between following his own rules for love or discovering that the most romantic endings are the ones that go off script. So
That sounds so cute.
I've started reading it so far because I got an arc. I will actually be interviewing Emery Lee next week, but I started reading it and it is so cute. Like the first scene automatically made me want to go get an ice cream cone. Well, obviously with Ben because I'm married at this point, right? But it was so cute. It was so cute. It was adorable, and I was just like, I want to see where
chicken?
It's my dog. Not a chicken. First of all, why would I have a chicken in my house? In the middle of a thunderstorm.
I was like, not Chelsea living on a farm.
Not anymore, no. No, thank you. So I don't know what he's barking at currently.
Could be thunder. Thunder's coming.
Maybe. I don't know. He tends to only bark when there's someone at the door. So I'm like, I don't know who would be at the door right now. Because whatever. That's between him and Ben. Okay? If they get past Ben, I'm a goner. Okay? I want you guys to know that. Okay. Just being honest, just being real.
It's best to accept things that life throws at you.
I mean, if you take him out, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
You could try running, yeet yourself out a window.
Do you know how high we're on a hill, man. Do you know how far the ground is? Do you know how far the ground is? I have a better chance of yeeting myself into a tree and climbing down. Okay?
You have to make choices. Okay. Do
Okay.
You want
And I want you to know that the stop sign is like 1.5 miles away, and that's to get to the next off street. Okay, we live far, you guys. There's no running. Okay, there's no running. Either you fight or you get taken. That's it. Okay. So
I'm so sorry.
Apparently, we got a package, and Ashley knows my dog doesn't like treats. He thinks he's a cat. I don't know why. He likes to lay in the sun. He doesn't eat treats, and he doesn't like fetch or any of the things. He looks at you like, well, I just went and got this for you. Why would you throw it again? I don't understand.
Why would you do this?
Clearly you don't want this. So. He's a very bougie dog. Very bougie dog.
Respect. I'm so sorry. I feel like I've derailed your entire chat.
No, you haven't. This is just what it is. We come here to have a good time.
Hoot nanny a
See, Ben knows it's like a 10-foot drop from this window. Like, I'm not going out the window.
My cheeks hurt.
Okay. But, that being said, you guys, both the books that we mentioned, there are links to them down in the description box below. They're going to point you to the Melanin Library, so free advertisement. If you haven't checked out the Melanin Library, please go check it out. We've got almost 1,500 books at this point, so they're all Black authors in every genre that you can possibly imagine. So go, we have a search bar, look for something. If it's not there, let us know and we will add it. Good on you. And it's free. So, that being
said, free.
We do. Free and under is the way to live your life.
Yes.
So, only way it gets better is if somebody pays you to do something. But,
Agreed.
like dispute me. And you were just like, no, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, what am I gonna say? No, I want to pay. No, pay me.
Oh. But that being said, the topic of today's chat, you guys, you can feel free to jump in as you see fit, because I don't think there was any Twitter drama to really kick off this week. I think book Twitter was actually kind of calm this week. I don't know, Neeks, you're on book Twitter a lot. Was there anything that needs reporting? I don't think so.
No, I mean, as usual, like stuff about like authors putting their foot in their mouth, but
Yeah.
no, the what's her face, Buckler, she's like now directly commenting on people's videos about her. I saw that today.
That was the one who went off about the 4-star review, right? Or was that
no? That
else?
was Huff.
Okay.
Buckler's the one who was like, I am both Jesus and Martin Luther King. Also, I'm not racist. So let me make several IG lives about how I'm not racist. Let me do a clubhouse where I talk about how I'm not racist with my equally as racist friend and not allow people to say anything back. That was Buckler. And now she's directly commenting on people like Jess Owens. If you guys don't know her, she does communities and like book reviews. Where the communities are talking about like the tea in the community.
Yeah.
It's a very clever and cute name. I love it. And she's just an amazing person. But yeah, today Buckler commented on her video where she went over the drama with her, and she was like, I don't remember it verbatim, but what she said was like, next time at me, essentially. And I'm like, are you gonna pull up? Like, just pull up. I'm from DC.
But if she called you out by name, didn't she essentially just at you? I'm confused.
I'm saying.
Like, what you
Where
expect?
was
A
Jess
package?
wrong?
A mail? Certified mail? like
the funniest thing, not that I want to turn this into a drama chat, but like the funniest thing about all of this stuff that's happened over the course of the Panoramic productions is that when we eventually get to go back to book cons, people have to sit in that, right? Like, think about it.
So
so you expect to walk into a con and not have someone be like, so heard you was talking all that shit.
I was like, so you tell me to at you, huh? Well, I'm at here right now. What's up?
Right. Pull up.
I feel like it's going to be a completely different environment when people go back. Like, they're not going to know how to act because they're going to be so used to acting a different way on the internet.
Yeah.
And they're going to be like, oh, I got to flip that switch again. How do I do that?
How do I do this? What do I do? I put my foot in my mouth so many times. What do I do now?
Right?
Like surely no one will have. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like they expect people not to have hard feelings once we can see each other face to face. And that's just not how I personally operate. So, like, if you say something here and I see you in real life and you're not prepared, that's on you at that point.
I mean, you are the same person. I don't understand this, like, idea like you're not the same person on the internet that you are in real life. Like, nope, you're the one controlling the keyboards. Keyboards don't just put words in your hands.
Exactly.
So
the anonymity afforded by the internet it's something else.
Is it really anonymous anymore though? Like, we're not 12. This isn't early 2000. Is it really anonymous anymore? Like, we all know who you are. We know.
Exactly. Well, it's worse when they do it when they're not anonymous, right? Because now it's whenever you hear Buckler, you're going to be like, oh, you mean that racist lady? Like, you don't want that to be attached to your name.
Right.
So, I mean, she screwed herself on that. That's her fault. I don't have sympathy. But that's it.
But I also like it because at the same time, like, it sucks. But I'm also like, I would rather know that you're a racist so that I can know not to spend my coins with you than to, like, for you to be a closet racist and be like, yeah, look at that black girl. Okay. Well.
Right. Exactly.
That was unnecessary.
Exactly. I mean, I'm happy to not spend my coin. As you said, I'm happy to not spend my hard-earned money.
She oined it, y'all. She oined it.
I oined it. This is what living in DC does to you. Your accent is no longer one, it's several, and it mixes together.
I don't think I could get rid of the country if I wanted to. It comes out hella hard sometimes, and it's just there. It's who I am.
Let it be there.
Excuse me. But yeah. I mean, I just change whole vowels into just E's all the time, and it's just like, okay. When did that happen?
Okay, but a Southern accent is so, I think it's very nice. That's just, like, I know
Well,
people are
thank
like,
you.
that sounds like you're, whatever, ignorant. I'm like, how? Have you met Southern women? They
Have you?
will, oh,
I don't understand how the pronunciation of a syllable can make you sound ignorant when
thank you.
words have meaning. I don't understand.
Words have meaning. Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Don't make fun of oined.
I mean, the fact that we all knew exactly what she meant, though.
Right? Don't do me like this.
All right. Now that the giggles are not necessarily behind us, I don't think that's gonna go away. But
No.
we did actually come here with a topic in mind. Briefly, hopefully we can stay on it. We will see how this goes. But the topic for today was LGBTQ characters, because obviously we've got Cinderella is Dead and Meet Cute Diary, and both of those are. I know Meet Cute Diary's own voices. I don't know. Do you know if Cinderella is Dead is own voices, or if she just wrote the character that way?
I believe Kaylin Bayron is queer in some way. I don't want to say what that might be, but I believe she is.
Okay. So we've got two own voices books here, and we have covered this before on the chat, but own voices just means that you identify with the whatever marginalized representation shows up in your book. So a lot of times, most of the time on the chat, we talk about, just black representation or black own voices, as in black authors writing black characters. I'm going to get sentences out today, folks. I swear to God. Okay?
You can do it.
So... But today we're talking about is LGBTQ rep because it's important. And I know that I've had conversations off screen with other authors, I'll say this. I'm in the boat because I'm a straight woman and I want to include representation, but I also want it to be accurate representation. And again, book Twitter can sometimes not be very forgiving if you do something incorrectly. So you fall into this realm of, do I try and potentially get myself dragged through these Twitter streets, or do I just leave it out completely and just stick to writing what I know? So in an effort to alleviate some of that stress, it paused? Wait a second. I didn't do anything, you guys. If the chat isn't moving, that's not my fault. I didn't do anything.
Oh, Kaylin is Pan. Thanks, Ari.
Okay, dope. So that's one question answered. I need to do more research because I always get pansexual mixed up with. I know it's not asexual. Asexual is not into
Pan. Pan and bi are. They're the same sides of the same coin. They're different sides of the same coin.
Okay.
So I identify as bisexual, but that's because I was born in the 90s. And there wasn't, Pan didn't exist in my mind back then. Mm-hmm. So when I was 7 and I was like, oh, I think I like both, I didn't understand that there was not only a spectrum in the gender binary, but also that there was a different word to encompass that. So pansexual came about when people were like, well, I think bi literally only means, woman or man. And then pan fills in everything in between that. But if you ask a lot of bisexuals and me, I don't exclude any gender. That's what bi means to me. I like all things.
Okay. It's the hand motions that got me.
All things. I am in there. Like swimwear. But yeah, so that's usually how people try to make it different. So at this point, it's really just which do you prefer saying and which flag do you like, bi or pan, Okay. So, yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up, because I think one of the things, and this kind of goes into tips of how to include them. The first one was going to be, if you know someone, talk to them, do your research. Or actually, I have it here. As with any representation, do your research. Just don't just rely on stereotypes, right? So, and one of that was going to be too, if you know someone, don't assume, right? But if you know that someone is that, they're openly that, talk to them about it if you're going to include that in your book. Because I just learned something, because I have a friend who identifies as pansexual, and I asked her about it once, and she explained it to me, but how you just explained it to me made sense in my head, if that makes sense. I feel like I used that word 3 times in the same sentence.
It makes sense.
So,
however, they're saying the stream paused. But I have the stream up and it's not paused.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with this, you guys, because Ashley said that the chat is paused, and Read Love Listen is testing to see if the chat works. So apparently it's, I don't know, you guys, because it's showing up normally on my end. I swear I haven't clicked anything to make anything like go screwy. So if it's not working, I'm not sure how to.
Well, I mean, it's working on my screen because I have it up. If that helps.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do I look like IT?
I mean, I can put the letters together for you, but I can't do any of the actual job requirements. So, okay. Okay, so it's working, but apparently it might be glitchy in a couple places. So if you're watching this, sorry. I actually cannot help on this end, unfortunately. So, okay. It's just the weather. Can we, okay, side note, we're going to get back on topic, but can we talk about this weather for a moment? Because it, like, global warming is real, you guys, because this weather is, like, ridiculous, because we had a tornado warning yesterday, and I'm like, tornadoes? Not a hurricane? Wait a second. I thought we left Tornado Alley. Hold up. Pause. Okay. Great.
I would like to talk to the manager.
It's like, I would like to leave this establishment. Thank you. Pull over the next planet. I'm getting off. All right?
I said good day, sir.
So yeah, it's a little wild. But hopefully, you know, we'll do something about it. I don't know. It's all a lost cause at this point. I have no hope, you guys.
You're being very fatalistic today.
I mean, okay, you're not going to get me off topic anymore.
Sorry.
But I did read an article that said millennials are kind of like, the people are like, oh man, we're all going to die. And Gen Z is like, ha, we're all going to die. See, same sentiment, just one's happy about it and one's not. I mean,
maybe we need to pull some of that in because, like, not to get off topic again, but my sister is Gen Z. So you have... My family has, my siblings and I are spaced out by 10 years each. Mm-hmm. So there's my sister who's, 80s, me 90s, my sister's 2000s. And Trina, my oldest one, she's always like, it's not that bad. And I'm sitting here like, I literally have depression and anxiety disorders. Multiple. And Erica's like, yay!
It's like Russian roulette. What'd you get today?
Yeah. I mean, it's insane, the generational difference. Just in, like, perspective, really.
I believe it, but the change is good. Change is good. We need it, and hopefully they're smart enough to not get in crippling school debt like we all did. But
yeah.
On a more positive note, back to what we came here to talk about. If you're like me and you want to include characters in your book, not only talk to someone about it and do your research, because honestly there are a lot of blogs, you guys, and tips and tricks on the internet for things, well, not even tips and tricks, like things to keep in mind, which honestly when I read through them they all kind of say the same thing, because it's like pretty straightforward when you think about it. Like, they're characters, and that's pretty much what it boils down to. Like, your character needs to be well developed. So just like you wouldn't put a straight character in your book and their only personality trait is that they're straight, because that's not interesting. That's not a personality trait. That's not a personality trait. So if you put someone in there who's like not literally anything else, then that doesn't need to be their only defining trait. So that has more to do with like good writing than anything else, I'll say.
I'm trying to imagine what that would even look like.
I don't know. I don't, like, when you put it like that, it's just kind of like, that makes sense. But also, it's just like, why does someone need to tell us that? I'm confused.
Imagine just a character walking in a room being like, I'm straight! Who does this? Been invited here.
Oh god, I'm gonna clip that and make it a ringtone.
point is exactly correct. You can't make their sexuality a personality trait.
Oh, God. So, unless, I will give you a caveat, unless you're going to have the straight characters walk in and do that. If they're gonna just walk and be like, I'm straight, then you can have your gay characters walk and be like, I'm gay, you know?
You have to reciprocate. Keep it even.
Keep it even.
Keep it even. Equality.
I want to read that in a book now.
I'm straight. I'm gay.
Just yell it all out. Put it all out in the open.
I mean, if that's what gets everyone to know, that's fine.
Oh, God.
I think people are putting in actual, like, tips.
Please pay attention to them, you guys. Also, Ben pointed this out, and I feel like I take this for granted because I was a student for a very long time, and then I was a teacher. Please check multiple sources when you're doing your research. Don't just find, Queer Blog 101 and then just take that for, like, all it's worth and then not check anywhere else. Like, the internet is very vast, you guys. And I'm one of those people, and this is a general rule of thumb for any research, and not just, like, LGBTQ rep, but if you're writing, like, Asian representation or literally any other marginalized representation group that you don't apply yourself to, does not apply to you. You get what I'm saying? Then if you are doing research, then make sure that, it lines up, because here's the thing, if it's good advice, multiple people are going to have it. So the whole thing about not being a character trait, that came from multiple places, you guys. It wasn't just like one blog or website. Like, that's just the consensus. I feel like I'm rambling. So
No, that you're completely correct, because what do we always ask people to do before they write in a character that's comparable to a POC, right? It's make them a person, because we don't come in one style.
We really don't.
We do not. So gay people, lesbian people, trans people, any type of person you're talking about, they come in a variety of styles.
Yes, and they have things happen to them that are not about their sexuality, their gender. Just like as a black person, if we pick up a book by a non-black person, and they write a black person, they're just like, I'm black, and life is so hard, and it's difficult. Oh my God, tragic heroine. Nobody loves me because I'm black. Like, that would make you upset, because you're like, wait a second, why does nobody love you? Are you just inherently unlovable? Like, are you a serial killer? Are you a murderer? Like, I don't know.
There must be something.
Do you put milk in your bowl before your cereal? Why don't people like you?
Oh, no.
And there are two types of people on this planet. And there are people who put cereal in the bowl correctly, where you go cereal, then milk. And then you've got your milk and then your cereal folks. And I don't understand.
We do not accept them.
They're aliens. They're just pretending, you guys. That's clear sign.
Yup.
Clear sign.
Expose them.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's the fruit and the ice people, and they call it cereal, and that's a completely different breed of alien.
I can rant about that forever. Just because it's such a petty thing, but I'm like, why would you just put it in the blender? Like, it makes me just put it in the fucking blender.
Why are you chewing ice? Like, it's breakfast. Like, the first thing you want in the morning is a breakfast. You're eating frozen fruit and water with ice. I don't understand how that's appealing. No sugar, no honey, no banana, just frozen blueberries in a bowl with water and ice. That's unappealing at best.
Yeah, at best. At best. They are also aliens, at worst.
They're trying to take over the planet, man, and I just don't condone that.
I'm so sorry, y'all.
I mean, it is what it is. We came here to have a good time, so I hope you guys are having a good time, because we are.
Yes. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
See, this is why I like Mickey. She's with us. People that put milk first creep me out. Why? How do you know how much milk you need? Huh? You haven't been any cereal in the bowl yet. Like, what? Okay, here's the reason why I don't like it, okay? And it's not really a science thing, but in my mind, and, like, I came up with this theory as a child, and it stuck with me as a science thing. Like, water adds volume, right? Right? So, You put the solid in first so that the water can go around the solid things and fill up your bowl properly. Like, how are you going to fill up your bowl properly if you got all the liquid first? Huh? No. That don't make sense.
You're using your big brain.
I don't get it. It's like when you add ice to a glass of water. What happens? The glass overfills because you put too much ice in it.
Yes. Ice first, water.
Just saying. Okay.
Life lessons.
And also your cereal will float, and then you're only going to have like 3 bites because that's it. Yep. I love how Ben was like, there are people who put milk first, like he didn't even know. It's okay, Ben. It's okay. Yes, there are people who do that.
Sweet summer child.
The only time it's okay to add cereal to milk is if it's a refill. Amen. Amen. This is your second bowl. Then none of this applies to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. But, I had a point, and it's gone.
No one's a monolith. Let's go with that.
Yes, no one is a monolith. So make sure that you don't treat them that way. And on the flip side of that, you also don't try to explain why they're in the story in the sense of this character has to be in the story and he has to be gay because. Like, that's not how that works. Like, if they're in the story and they're gay, like, people exist, you guys. Mm-hmm. Characters exist. And that is who your character is, then just let them be that without having to explain it away and rationalize it. Because that's not how people work. That's not how characters work. Are you eating cereal or drinking milk? Huh? I feel like I'm...
soup.
Did you say it's soup?
Yeah, it's a soup. Cereal is a soup.
Okay, I want you to know that my mind went to... It's not a soup, Neeks. It's breakfast. I'm confused. And I was like, wait a second. Those are not two comparable genres. They can use... I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. Like, my brain just, like, got... Like, wait, that...
Pause.
Wait. Confused. Like, you can't have soup for breakfast.
Maybe in some countries you can't. But this is America, where you
terrifying.
Can have soup.
Can you imagine someone breaking in because you decided to have soup for breakfast? Like, you decided to have leftovers, and the police come knocking down your door? Like, we don't do that here.
You do it. It's un-American. And then one of them comes in the door like, I'm straight! And then...
Oh, God.
This is pure nonsense.
It is. It's chaotic at best. Okay. And this is
what was your next point?
The last one that I came up with. And this is just something that bothers me personally on a personal level. You do not have to have one person who is everything. So, like, if you decide to include this in your book, you don't have to cram everything into one person. You really don't. You really, 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 really don't have to. And maybe you want to write a book, or maybe you want to write for TV, or maybe you know someone who writes for TV, because I see this on TV all the time, and it makes me upset. But it's just like, your black character doesn't also have to be like your half Asian character who also has to be your your gender fluid character who's also, you know, bisexual, who's also trans. Like, you don't have to throw it all into one person, you guys. It's really fine. But especially, and you also don't have to just like surround them with like straight people, because I say this about black people all the time, but I'm like, just like black people hang out with other black people. Like, I'm sure, I don't know. I can't say for certain because I'm not part of that community, but, like, generally speaking, people like to hang out with other people who have similar ideas and life experiences as them. Like, that's just how friends work. So, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on it. Like I said, I'm very new to this, but still.
Kyle, we know you're straight. On to the next topic.
Yeah, I'm just going to yell it out. I'm going to change out my name, and I'm just going to put in parentheses, like, see, I'm Lockhart. I'm straight! And that's just...
I'll start putting is bisexual in parentheses after mine.
You have to yell it. You have to say it with your whole chest. Say it with your chest.
Oh, I'm bisexual! yeah, I mean, it's like people still have this weird notion that there's only one ever in a group,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not true. Like most of my friends who I have not seen for like a year because of panoramic productions,
Mm-hmm.
the half of them are bisexual and the other half are like maybe straight. Like they have not confirmed either way, but they definitely
It's like
behave
they've
in
neither
such a
confirmed
heterosexual
nor
way.
denied this.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's not a thing. I think when you're and they always in these shows they make it like such a big thing, like, oh, we can't go to that bar because Josie's gay. Like, okay. And they make it like a point of an episode, and you're like, okay, but I assume all of you knew this. Why do you now need to announce it to Josie herself? Like, what's going on?
exactly, and I feel like this, like that, it also can apply to when you're writing a book. Like, if there are characters, not everybody in your book needs to know. If it's not a conversation that would happen, then it doesn't need to happen. Like,
Yeah.
you,
And then you have to ask yourself, is the conversation warranted either way? Because if you're just like meeting this person for the first time in like a library, they're not going to sit there and tell you their life story. They're going to be like, oh, hey, man, like, yeah, sit down, take this book. Nowhere in there would they be like, oh, just by the way.
nudge, nudge.
Not done. In case you couldn't tell by my outward appearance.
Right, and I feel like if you are not a part of the LGBTQ community, if you're writing them, like, you feel like you have to make it ostentatious, and it's just like, you probably don't. As long as it's clear, and like if you want the representation to be clear, like you can do that without butchering the character and who they are and forcing it, because again, life experience, like you said, like how many people have you met in like the first conversation you had with them, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm gay, unless they were trying to come on to you.
Yeah. Because then they'll ask you, like, are you,
Right.
they'll ask you.
So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no, I agree. And, we were talking a bit before, and I like that you even wanted to do this, because I just think that it's like so important for us to have books like this, especially for younger kids. Because, like I said, I personally knew that I was bisexual at a very young age. And when I told my parents, like, they were like, okay, whatever. But not everybody has that experience. Like, some people get yelled at, some people get beat, some people get kicked out of their homes. Some people have parents that vehemently deny who they are. They themselves might vehemently deny who they are. And I think books like this are going to help younger people and older people who might be questioning, no matter where they are on the spectrum, help them see that, like, you don't have to pretend. You can just be. Like, you can exist as whatever the freak you want to be. And you can do that while being fabulous and loved at the same time.
Exactly. And I feel like, especially, because, I'm all about supporting Black authors, but specifically authors who write in this genre or who write good representation, because it's just like, sometimes, like, you don't want to have to find yourself in a book with characters who look nothing like you. Like, you want to see that, like, people who live your existence also have similar experiences, and there are people writing it. And the books are out there. And I know that sometimes it can be a thing where, for whatever reason, the Black culture collectively, and I use that term very loosely, does not like to talk about queerness in any of its shapes or forms. And it's just like, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, and that doesn't mean it's not valid, and it doesn't mean that you don't deserve happiness. And so there are books, and one of the things that I liked about Meet Cute Diary is that if you follow, I follow Emery on Twitter, and they have, I'm trying to respect air pronouns, and it's E and EIM, so I'm not sure how to verbally pronounce that. Eam?
Maybe. I've never seen that pronoun before. I would need to ask somebody.
Yeah. Well, Emery on Twitter pointed out that Meet Cute Diary was specifically to show that you can just be and have happiness. And that's why he wanted to write them. So, just throwing that out there.
That. I want to check this book out.
It's good. It's really cute so far. I am not super deep into it because I was reading other things. But
I'm sorry.
No, you're not, and it's fine. It's fine. I enjoy what I was reading.
Okay,
But
wait, can I tell people like Chelsea gathered my manuscript, gathered it up. Okay, we are on the right path now. We are getting these words. We are making sense in the plot. We are on it. I'm so excited for this draft.
Yay! I'm excited. I'm excited that you're excited. I'm glad that I was able to be helpful. Side note, if you're looking for an editor, I do have some availability now because Lacase's book is completely done and it's coming out in less than a month, you guys. So if you haven't pre-ordered it, for sure check that out. You can check it out on the melaninlibrary.com or Written in Melanin. And if you get it directly from us, it is $4. So get the ebook directly from us. Support an indie publisher. Support Black authors. That's what we're here. That's what we're all about. And it's Black girl fantasy and historically accurate Black girl fantasy, actually. Neeks, you've read it. Do you like it? Hate it?
I do. I love Dima. That's my girl. I will protect her with my life. And that is it. That is all you need to know. Dima is everything. I think that I just love her so much because she's very like, what can I say without spoiling the whole entire there's a strength in Dima, and I love seeing that sort of strength in characters where they're like, I have a duty. Oh no, my world is now going crazy. I could freak out or I can do something about it, and she does something about it, and she does it, and it's just the way she gets loved and the way she's cared for, and it's very sweet, and I love her.
She's amazing. So if you want to read the book, check it out. writtenmelanin.com. It is also available on Amazon if you want the hard copy. But yeah, you guys, we should probably wrap this up, but I'm having a really good time. Also, shout out to Portia who just jumped in. The name of the book is called Across the Broken Tide. I'm so sorry I did not say that. I'm trying to. I saw Neeks go get her phone, so I'm like, I can pull it up for you. I can show you on my phone.
I was getting the pad so I can show the word. Oh my God, will you cooperate?
Yeah.
Wow, technology. In the moment I need you most.
It's like, you have failed me for the last time.
How dare you? Let's see here. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go.
Okay. If I could get this app to work.
Wow. Okay.
Look at us struggling. Are we really millennials, you guys? Are we?
Oh wait, we have to do the thing. You know how like our parents look down at their glasses like this? Not even on the nose. Here's the cover.
There we go. That's what I was trying to get to.
Is it focusing?
It is. So that's the cover, you guys. And it took me forever to get here, but yeah, there we go. Anyway, it is currently available. You can buy the physical copy from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever books are sold. An ebook, you can get that pretty much anywhere. But if you're going to get it, for sure, please get it from us. It's $1 cheaper, and I mean, you get it directly from us. You're supporting us directly. No middleman. So, Ben is the wonderful human being that he is, and he put the link for Across the Broken Tide in the chat. Check that out on the Melanin Library. It'll take you directly there. It'll also give you a summary, show you the cover, and all of that good stuff. And if you want to know more about Lacase, you can literally go back and check out the previous Melanin Chats because she was the co-host up until March.
Oh.
So, yeah, lots there to check out.
And people pre-order.
Yes, you can pre-order. Why didn't I grab it off the wall behind you? Because I'm dumb, Ben. That's why. I didn't think about it. So if you guys can see, this one right here is actually her cover. It's a giant poster on the wall. Didn't think to grab it because I'm not smart like that. So, there we go.
For shame. For shame.
But yeah, you can pre-order the book wherever you want to grab it from. You can pre-order it from us and you'll get it on release day. So no difference. You can get it in whatever file you want. So if you have a Kindle, you will definitely get it on your Kindle, just so you know. I have tested it, okay? Just so you guys know, so you can tell that I'm not lying. after I figure out how to work this app because it doesn't like me. So you see how the cover shows up? Like, I tested it, so you'll actually get the cover from us. You don't have to worry about it not showing up if you're that type of person. But that being said, you guys, we are coming up on an hour. Neeks, if you're down for it, we do have an after chat. Are you good to do the after chat?
Let's go.
All right. So if you're new here, look at Portia coming through. She's got the ebook and the hardcover pre-order. That's what's up.
Hey.
Also, if you pre-ordered the physical book and you want physical pre-order merch, send a copy of your receipt to written in Melanin Preorder at gmail.com with your receipt and where to ship the pre-order stuff to, and we will send you the pre-order merch. That was not very eloquent, but it's there. It exists. Send it to us.
Who needs to be eloquent? Surely not this live.
Here's the email if you pre-order the physical copy of the book. So yeah. After chat. If you're not sure what that is, basically it is for our Patreons. This is the family-friendly version of the Melanin Chat. If you want the fun version, and how did Audra put it? The uncensored version of the Melanin Chat, then you need to sign up for the After Chat. $5 gets you in. You're supporting the Black authors you see on the screen, as well as the Black authors whose books we always tell you about, as well as the Melanin Library, where we try to promote Black authors as much as we can, as well as the Cases book, as well as my future books, as well as this stream, to make sure that we can keep doing what you enjoy seeing. So, that being said, $5 gets you in. We have a good time. And there's actually some other little cool perkish stuff that we try to do from time to time. So, check it out if that's your thing. That being said, this is the end of the Melanin Chat. Thank you guys so much for being here, for hanging out with us, for sticking with us through our giggle fits. If you haven't already, please tap the thumbs up and like this video. It is free. It does not hurt you. Also, if you like our content, you can subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and that way you don't miss the next Melanin Chat, which we will be here next Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Also, check out Neeks' channel. She's amazing. So, there is a link in the comment section. So, for sure, check that out. And that is everything, you guys. Thanks for being here. And until next time, we hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting.